friends, and welcome to a new episode of Melting in North Carolina. It is above 100 degrees outside, and we're inside, and we will try to start the project in the garage, but we might have to move in the house in the air conditioning. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our current temperature. Hooray! It just went up 1 degree. So in anticipation for the heat wave, here in North Carolina today is 105 degrees. Yesterday we purchased this collapsible leg table. That's the only thing that collapses, right?
Folding table.
Folding
yeah.
table. is
But
what
the
it's
table
called.
doesn't fold, only the legs fold.
Yeah, okay.
And we're going to use it today for at least one of our projects because we hope to make more than one project. So today we're going to work on 3 very different projects that need to be done, and it is too hot to do a woodworking project, right? The first project will be to bring new life to our old toolbox or jukebox if you want, by making it again usable, right? Because we haven't used it for a long time because we cannot transport it and it doesn't latch correctly. The second project is to work on our floor where we got a very nasty oil stain and oil leak. So it is not just a stain, there is standing oil on our floor. And the last one, we have a door in our main bedroom, not bathroom, that doesn't latch, doesn't lock, and every time you open another door, as we're going to show you, it wants to open. So those are 3 distinct problems for today, and I'm going to put here timelines on which each project starts, on when each project starts, in case you do not want to watch all of them.
So this tool chest has sat in the garage for a while, and as with most things in the garage / shop, they get covered in sawdust, other dust, whatever else is out here. And for this process, we definitely need to clean it up, so that's what we're doing right now.
So if you have a Husky or similar brand toolbox like this, which are wonderful, we've used ours a lot, you might have the same problem we have. And the problem is all the latches were plastic and red, which was looking beautiful. But as you can see, there is no hatches anywhere. Hatches?
No, the latches, they came off and
Everywhere.
they broke. So all of the methods for keeping this closed and for being able to lift this, which gets really heavy when it's holding sockets and...
Right. And it lifts in sections.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
It's fantastic. We've loved using this, except that it's not very mobile anymore because we can't lock it up.
And as a result, we don't use it as much.
Right.
So today, we hope we have a solution. One of 2 things will happen. We either fix it, or we have to go and buy another one. Just the case. The tools are fine, actually, right? We
Right.
don't have any problem with the tools, but let's see which of the 2 things will happen. So we're going to use those little latches to hold it together. And they're not red, they're black, but I think it will work fine. And we have 6. We plan to use 2 on each side and 2 in the front, and that makes it 6, right?
Yeah.
And the next decision was, I would like to also bond it to the plastic, right? The screws might be enough, I don't know, but why not be safe, right?
Yeah.
And the next decision was, should we use E6000 or JB Weld? Both are products that I like. This takes, what was it, 24 hours to cure?
Yes.
And this takes 30 minutes. So we're going to go with the 30 minutes only because of the video.
Okay.
Not for any other reason.
Okay.
So stick around. You are still our favorite viewer, and this is going to be an amazing episode or a failure. Change of plans. Upon reading the directions, we found out that our JB Weld is for wood, which says here wood weld, right? So unless we find in the shop another chemical that is fast, this will not work, right? So we're going to go with this, which is a Gorilla Clear Grip. And let's read it. What does it say? Bones?
Metal, glass, fabric, wood, ceramic, leather, paper, plastic, and more. Plastic!
And more. So this will work. So we start by putting the glue on top of on the back side, I guess, right?
The back side
The big
front,
piece, yeah, on the bracket piece. And I see those are adjustable brackets, so if you need to tighten it later, you can. And then this is a two-person operation. We're going to use the drill, and we are going to okay, if you want to put it down now. I cannot find you there again. Again, this is far easier with two people, right? Maybe it's not even possible with one person.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
That's the official professional DIY language. Oh, no. Very good. And I think we need to open it, and we don't want it where you're getting stuck. And you see there is a screw here, so you can adjust how tight it is.
Awesome.
So we're going to do that 5 more times.
So we've gotten the 2 brackets on each side of the case. Those 2 are done, and we have taken the latch off just so these can finish curing without stress on them. And again, these are slightly adjustable. They do have some threads on them, so we can tighten them up if needed. So we've got all 4 of those installed, and is that the front? Is that the front? That's the front. Here's the front. We're going to put 2 up here on the front.
So we decided to do 2 in the front as well, because it had 2 in the past, right?
Yeah, it had 2 latches right here.
Again, it's amazing to me that they use plastic there. Like, closer, yeah, so closer to the edge. And I know this is not the most exciting project in the universe, but there is a little tip and trick we have for you. Put a little pressure, it will go. And the tip and trick is that you need to put it in the closed position before you put the glue and the latch part of the latch part of the latch mechanism.
Yeah.
The latch of the latch. And that way you don't have to do any measuring and mistakes, you know. Avoiding mistakes is a good thing, right?
Yeah, whenever possible.
All right, and the same way we'll do the other one. Hold on. The reason I'm opening them is so we make sure that there's not a dab of glue somewhere that might keep it locked, right?
Right.
Pida, what did you do?
What did you do, man? This is our next project.
And this is totally a boneheaded thing we did, because we do our own oil changes, and we actually put the filters in a plastic bag that came from Walmart, which means it's a horrible plastic bag, which means it leaked all over the place, you know. So now we're going to show you a way to clean it. Now, a common way is to use cat litter, but we do not have cats. We're catless.
Right.
So we're going to use something we have a lot of. And what can we possibly have a lot of?
I think it's hiding in there.
Ah,
What could that possibly be? Some wood chips. Wood
Wood
chips,
chips.
sawdust, that sort of thing. It'll soak it up.
excellent.
Okay, here we go. With some of these wood chips.
And the purpose of wood chip is to absorb anything that's still liquid, right? that will do nothing for the stain, and neither will cat litter. All we're doing is grabbing the big parts, right? What am I going to say? I cannot speak.
I don't know what you're trying to
English
say.
is hard.
Basically, if there's liquid on the surface of this floor, we're going to use the chips to absorb as much as we possibly can.
And we will leave it there for a few moments.
And then once that has absorbed as much as it can, we will pick it up, and then we'll just need to deal with the staining on the floor.
Yep.
Okay. So we're just pressing into the oil a little bit, making sure that it's absorbing as much as we possibly can.
Oh, the excitement.
It's very exciting, just about as good as watching our paint dry, right?
Yeah, I think better. More better.
I'm not even sure how necessary this step is, but we're doing it just to try and grab as much as we can, right?
Yeah.
Does it seem like it's absorbing it? You can see, yes. There we go. Cool.
Next step, once you're satisfied, and as you can see, you do not see the wetness there, right? Like you could see before. And once you're satisfied, then you can throw this away. Do not use that. These wood chips are not good anymore. And we found Dawn.
We found an equivalent.
I actually have Dawn.
Okay, but we can't find Don.
Right, we cannot find Dawn.
I think you're recording sideways.
What are you talking about?
Because this is supposed to be there.
Well, it's doing what it is doing. I don't care.
It's done.
But I cannot record this way. That will definitely be wrong. So. It will give you a headache right now, guys.
Something.
But you can definitely see now that there is no wetness there.
Yeah.
Right? Again, if you have cats, cat litter will work as well.
Yeah. Now that we've got the sawdust cleaned up, we're going to use some Dawn or Dawn equivalent here.
Dawn light.
Yeah, Dawn equivalent to try and get this oil out of the concrete. And we're just going to spread some on there, then use a scrub brush and see how that works. And it may or may not work. We're not sure. We're just going on the idea that Dawn is supposed to take out grease, and we're going to see how well it does here. We might need to apply some water. I'm not sure. You don't think so?
But we do have water if we need.
Like at minimum, we might need to like rinse the scrubber with the bucket or something, right? Okay.
So now, Mrs. DIY has scrubbed it in very well. We're going to give it a few minutes for the Dawn to work, and then we're going to try some water and we'll start wiping it out.
Okay. Whew. Okay, so you scrubbed quite a bit. Now we're gonna wipe some and see how well that has taken the staining out, or if it has taken the staining out.
It's taken some of the stain out, but not all of it.
Yeah.
You want to put a little water to activate it and see if that will do any difference? Use the brush now.
Fairy godmother, please save me from my horrible mistress.
Or stepmother,
Yes.
right? We're gonna scrub a little bit more on this and see where we get. So we've let this sit a while. Now we're gonna wipe up as much of this the Dawn with just water. That's all we've used. And you can see that it has done some. It hasn't taken everything away, but it has cleaned up some of it.
Of course, the best approach is prevention. Right?
Yeah.
So it definitely have some improvement, but next we're moving to mineral spirits
Okay.
and see if that will do anything for us. Probably need the brush. What do you think?
I think that didn't do.
No?
No.
Okay. Mineral spirits, no. Try,
Alcohol.
yeah, a little bit. Choose another spot. Yeah, like Florida, yeah. Yeah, I have acetone too. Acetone can work. And now we're going to the miracle solution.
Which is what?
WD-40.
All right.
Let's see if that will do anything.
It's got some.
Right. That works actually, I think.
Now we're bringing in the big guns. We're going to use some brake cleaner.
That's a lot of weight.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
Mine is going to get the breaker. Something our homemade things for.
It's getting some color off. But it's like another
Let it
night.
sit. Okay.
Lupita, it's 105 degrees outside. Why you let that happen?
Oh, I didn't, man. I did not.
Guys, it is hotter than hot. It's Africa hot here.
It's Africa hot.
Yeah, that's a reference before people get upset. That is Matthew Broderick said it in Biloxi Blues, right?
Yeah.
I'm not being racist or anything.
Right. There's a movie named Biloxi Blues where that's a famous line.
So go and watch the movie before you fuss at me.
Right.
But we are melting. Surprising, our garage is at 85 degrees, which I'm very pleased with
Yeah.
actually.
With the fans going, it's reasonable in there.
But outside is OMG. We're becoming, what is the millennials who say OMG and LOL?
I don't know what the millennials say.
What they're called? Aren't they millennials?
Maybe.
I don't know. Youths.
The Utes.
The youth of
Which,
America.
by the way, is a reference to another movie.
Yes, and that will be my cousin Vinny.
Which one are you talking about?
What is gunk?
Gunk. Some
This-
new degreaser.
This is a project we've never tried before, but we're going to try it in our stain, right? Because so far,
And it's
what
a
we
grease
did,
stain.
it worked, but it hasn't worked to our satisfaction yet.
Right. So we got a couple of different products to try.
So if we fail, just give us a recommendation in the comments of what you use. That's why we bought the Coca-Cola for, right?
Uh-huh.
Coca-Cola, in case you didn't know, it is a great degreaser.
Yes, it is.
As is gasoline, but if we put gasoline inside the garage today, we're all dying.
Let's not do that.
The fumes will kill us, right?
Let's not do that.
All right, let's go pay for these wonderful things.
Okay.
So we're going to try another one, another chemical that is. But you need to rotate it. Clearly it's not opening. Then it says wipe clean. So let's see. We are determined to try and make this work. think it is doing something.
Taking a little bit of color off.
A little bit of water is what it needs. From a practical perspective, this is done. It doesn't, it will not stain anything anymore. Now it's just cosmetic. And we're trying our last chemical, which is gunk. And let's see if that will work. And of course, we didn't read the distractions.
Nope, we're just going for it.
Yeah.
Again, it's
We see
getting
a little
some
bit of difference,
color.
but not a huge difference, right?
Right.
So we decided to disregard the directions and just let this stand for a little bit. I don't know what a little bit is, but we're going to let it sit here and cook in the 90 degrees garage temperature. So we have the ghost in our house. As you can see, our doors are closed and our bedroom door is closed.
We're a little bit dark.
That's okay.
Light. There we go. Maybe.
The bedroom door is closed and this door is closed. And look what's happening. You ready?
Yeah.
The door is opening. And doors shouldn't be open like this.
No, they should not.
Now the interesting thing is that it closes fully. Like when you see here, you don't see a huge gap.
Mm-hmm.
Come around this way. See, going up and down.
Oh.
It looks totally normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then my finger can open it. And that is just wrong.
Yeah, it shouldn't do that. It should be latching here.
So we're going to try to fix that next. You can see the striker marks.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope that if we bring it a little back, it will be enough for it to close.
And catch.
Yeah.
Because
otherwise we have to move it forward.
yeah, because it does close, it just doesn't catch properly right here. Okay.
So we're going to trying to save a little bit that area. So our next step is to remove the striker plate. That is what this is called.
Striker plate. And don't lose the screws.
Don't lose anything.
And then the striker plate comes right off.
And now let's see if it closes without the striker plate.
Okay.
And if it latches. Nope. That is not good news. It used to lock. Am I wrong?
It did.
I'm surprised it doesn't. But it doesn't want to lock even without the striker plate, which means we can take all this off and still it won't work, right?
Right.
So we think that it might not be all the way out as it should be. So we're going to try to sim it first before we make an emergent surgery and see if that will help us any. We need 58 hands here.
Mm-hmm.
Finger in place.
I think so.
It needs to be inside the thing. It was good there. This is just testing the hypothesis. We don't know if that's a fix or not. Let's try.
That needs to go in a little.
Okay, let's try. Nope.
Well, the top part is out, but the bottom part went in. So I think it broke the shim.
Both shims broke, but I don't think that's the problem. The thickness is there. The shims being broken don't affect anything.
Okay. What's next?
see if that did anything. Yeah, that's it.
So it needed more space. So we gave it a little more space,
So I
and
don't
it's
know-
catching.
I don't know if we need to do the same up here though. So let's see. You think you can hold it there, or we need to screw it back in? Tammy?
I think screwing it back
Probably
in
just
would
screw it
be
back in.
most stable.
Where did you put the drill?
We need a new one. Another annoyance that can happen around your house is that your toilet paper or towel holder can be doing what it is Mrs. DIY shows you there. Now I want to show you underneath. There is actually a hole that has a set screw.
So that's the opening where the set screw is supposed to be, and most of the times they are there, just they have come loose, and that's what is allowing the holder to come out. And so in our case, we are fairly confident the set screw is there. We just have to find the correct hex key for that, and it's smaller than anything on the set that we've brought up, so now we're looking for the correct size.
That hopefully has just been.
So this is attached again, and it's now solid. You want to demonstrate how solid it is? Very solid. Yay. And
And it was a very simple process, right? I mean, it's just tightening the set screw.
on the surface, yes, it's just tightening the set screw.
So 12 wrenches and wrench sizes later.
And what, 2 different tool sets?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't know what size those are because there's nowhere written, right? We don't, and each of them is a little different.
So if you don't have the one that came with it in the set, because usually one comes with it.
Well, when you buy the appliance,
Yeah.
but the builder didn't leave us any
So
of
that's
this.
what I'm saying, because we didn't have that, we had to search. And thankfully you had that little handy set there,
Yeah.
right?
We are not sponsored.
Not sponsored, but that's what we found to use. It worked. We finally found one that turned the set screw.
But the simple part is there is a set screw underneath, and they find their ways out, right? They get loose. I don't know if that's the use that gets them loose or what gets them loose, but
In that little bitty hole there, set screw. There we go.
and most of the time the screw doesn't fall.
Most
Most of the time it is there. Well, in both cases in this house that we had to do that, the screw was there.
And that's good. But occasionally it will.
Right,
So
it
if
could
you
fall.
see a tiny little threaded thing that has no head, but usually has a little kind of point to it,
And there is a hole in it, so it goes
yeah,
through.
that's going to be a set screw to something.
So the original holder was just like this, but red. What I did
They
is,
match this.
yeah, I just 3D printed them,
Okay.
and I cannot imagine. I don't know if you can come close here. I cannot imagine that this is stronger than the screws. You know, that's what broke. You know,
Right. Tiny little tabs.
so you could potentially 3D print it. I'm just not comfortable that this is. I mean, it closes, it latches.
Probably fine to leave them there, but we have the extra layer of the new latches that we put on yesterday.
Now can I take it out?
We'll leave it on.
But I want to make sure that our system works.
Yeah, well, let's do it.
That looks more manly anyway. No?
Yeah, very manly.
You're making fun of me.
Yes, I am.
Now, the moment of fun truth. This is not holding anything. Ready? Here goes nothing.
Yeah?
I would call that a stress success.
Yep.
Stress success, right? See what I
Yep.
did there? So I think we fixed that. And I don't know if you want to show that, but there is a little hole in the plastic there that this little plastic tab goes. So I cannot
Yep.
imagine that is stronger than what we built.
Yeah. All right, second one installed. So now we've got both of the clips.
I still feel more comfortable with those. What
Oh
do you
yeah.
think?
Yeah, I think obviously not everyone's going to have the 3D printer or be able to print those. That's just a luxury that you have.
But if you do, you can clearly 3D print them.
Yeah,
And I will put prices. They want $28 for 2.
to replace those.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the little things were $7 for 6.
Okay.
So I think I'll stick with those.
So a couple of options for you, you know.
Yeah, but I will consider this a success.
Likewise.
So we're going to try one last chemical option for our stain. And because it is 9 million degrees again, instead of scrubbing, we're going to use again, we're not,
The drill detailing kit.
right, we're not sponsored, but that's what we're going to use.
And this is where we are right now with the stain after all of the other attempts.
Again, functionally it's fine, it's just the stain is still there. But
It's just not pretty and we don't like it. So we're going to apply some of this.
so we're going to try an area, and if it works, we're going to do all of it later.
Now it did say to shake this really well, which I have done.
Okay? We're actually following instructions.
Yeah. I guess I thought I did, but now it's separating. So let me shake some more.
Shaking it, baby. So in general, I've never used this project, but goof off is something that usually works for me on other things, right?
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by goof off, but glaka, yeah.
That is how I knew it wasn't fully integrated, because it's supposed to be that white pasty stuff.
Then we're going to use the now we're at some directions, but I think if we remove it, it will not work. I think it's too thin. So we'll see what happens. So after further consideration, we're going to let it stand for a few moments in full strength there, and we're going to leave it for 2 minutes.
So do you want me to spread this a little bit though?
You can spread it a little bit, but don't make it too thin. We're going to wait a couple of 3 minutes, and we're going to come back. So we finished our projects for today. With some of them were a success, some of them are an unequivocal success. Some we still don't know because we have not finished the experimentation. But overall, I think we did well. The toolbox was definitely a success. The bedroom door was fixed. The toilet paper holder was fixed. The stain is staining.
It's still working.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So ladies, we spend more money not building a project than when we usually build a project, right?
Yes, we did.
We spend about $30 in chemicals, and we spend about $8 on the brass set we bought. But that I usually don't count because it will be used for a lot of different things, right? So that is okay. So only $30. But for most of the things we did, we didn't spend any.
Well,
so that's
you
not
did-
true. That was,
Yeah, you said $7 for 6 of them?
yeah.
Okay.
And again, these, if you buy them, the ones that were 3D printed, the latches that were 3D printed, they want $28 for 2. And I spent about 20 grams of filament for 2, which puts it at about 10 cents. So a substantial savings if you have a printer.
Right. Okay.
That is the end for today. We hope you guys enjoy it. I wouldn't call it enjoyment for us because it was extremely, extremely hot. Other than that, they were not bad projects. It was just that the weather was horrible, right?
Right, but these are just things that have to be done around the house. Things that
And
have
that's why we did what we could inside.
Right.
From Professor DIY, Mrs. DIY, and Elpida, let's fix some stuff together.